Welcome back to pantechelearning channel. This is R. Divyanjali from Pantech. Pantech is a platform where a person can experience, innovate and implement different research and development works over this platform. Firstly, I would like to welcome all the participants to the pleasant evening session. So we have come up to the 10th day session of our master class, that is person counting or people counting using deep learning. So what is this? So first of all, let us rewind what we have learned in the last 9 days. First day, we have started learning about something like deep learning and its introduction, what are the techniques, how we are going to implement it, right? On day 2, we have learned about the classification of neural networks and what are the few neural networks, important neural networks, right? On day 3, we have learned about ANN, day 4 CNN, day 5 RNN, day 6 age and gender and QR code generation. Next, day 7 TensorFlow, day 8 LSTM, day 9 Keras, and today we are going to discuss about the application under the caption person counting system using deep learning. So we have to count the number of people using this deep learning approaches. Okay, so how it can be done? So let us learn in detail. These are just application oriented only, so I'll just explain you as soon as possible. Okay, yeah, very good evening, very good evening. Welcome back to Pantech e-learning, everyone. Fine. So first let us know what is this concept. Okay. So here comes the abstract. The people counting detection is used to detect the object by using deep neural networks. By using this process, we can get more accuracy before than that we asked or that we were used by k-means algorithm. So before we have implemented k-means algorithm, and now what we are going to do, we have to find using deep learning approaches. Okay, but we can get only less accuracy as already this k-means algorithm has already been implemented. We got less accurate result. Okay, so we can move to neural networks. It gives the best accuracy. Okay, it gives the better accuracy for the identification. So we are taking blob detect ion, now basically used in the commercial applications, face identification and object tracking purpose, also image retrieval purpose and automated parking system. So this application will dive deeper or make us learn in detail about the deep learning neural network. Okay, fine. So let us move on to the next slide. Here comes the basic introduction. The article recognition is applied to the objects of a person. Not just person, we can distinguish any kind of pictures. This procedure will be applied to recognize the article for the utilizations of wide scope of businesses, picture recovery and so on. Calculations applies a neural system to a whole picture. So it is basically the application only. Okay, for suppose any indoor outdoor places. Okay, people, how many people are entering into the area, into the place, so that we have to find it. Okay, so this and all related to that. So the next comes is existing method. So in the existing system we already have few techniques like edge recognition, morphological filter. Okay, so these are the existing approaches we are already having. Edge detection means based on the edges of an image or video, it will be recognized how many people are entering, like that. Okay, here we can capture any image or we can even consider any video as well. Okay, that is in our proposed. So we found few disadvantages. What are they? Not a real-time application. So it's not it's real-time only, not real-time. So it can be implemented in parking areas, in any organizations, in companies, like that. Information of objects is very less. We have objects as very less information we have. Okay, so in our proposed system we are going to use video streaming. So preparing means it is nothing but preposition, not preposition, we can tell like pre-processing. Okay, filtering of image or video, deep learning classification. Okay, next, here comes the block diagram. First we collect the input data from video. Okay, so whatever the video it is been streaming, from there we capture the input data. Now pre-process that input data whatever we have been collected, filter it by eliminating unwanted data present in our input, Next, give to this blob detection, which is nothing but it will just help us to recognize the something like how many people are entering, like that. So now apply the algorithm. Mobile net dataset means input dataset. We are giving few input images or input videos for training purpose. Okay. Now classify the data, get the prediction count of the people. Okay. Understood this block diagram? Yes. Understood this block diagram? Blob detection. So it helps in recognizing the people. Okay. Just remember this. It's enough. You will get the attendance link by the end of the session. Don't worry about that. Okay, it's clear, right? Okay, fine. So it's all about the explanation, basic explanation only. First of all, import all the packages which are required to develop the application. Now the video starts be streaming by camera. Then apply the pre-processing to reduce the complexity in video. It means in the video there might be another background like that. We eliminate that and we extract only the people who are coming like that. So that data only we will filter. Next, take block to detect the person for counting purpose. To count purpose we use this block detection. Now after that, take the counter to count the person using deep learning classification with the trained data set using deep learning. First we have to give few images or video to train the model, because the model also should understand, right? So how it has to be recognized the people like that. Okay. So finally output will be displayed at the monitor with count of up down using centroid. Centroid means at the taking the complete image, complete video from there, the center of the information or center of the video capturing data. Okay, that only it will access. Okay, fine. So here are the softwares and hardware requirements. Hardware requirements of Windows operating system, and next is minimum 2 GB RAM is needed. Okay. Next comes software requirements. We are going to implement our project in Python ideally, and we also need few Python library files, modules. One such is OpenCV, which is used to detect the object or detect any images or any videos. Okay, fine. Yeah, before this reference, we will check with the application. Go to start and we will see the application. Yeah, this is my coding IPYNB. I am opening in Python. I hope everyone can see the screen clearly. Correct? Yeah. So now I'll explain you the instructions. Please try to understand the instructions. Okay. First, import pyImageSearch.centroid tracker. From there you import centroid tracker because it has to track the center of the image or center of the capturing video. So import that module. Next, import trackable object. Whatever the objects or whatever the people are there, it has to be detected. For that purpose we are using this module. Now from imutils.video I am opening this, or I am importing this video stream where the video has to start the streaming. Now FPS module, this module is used to capture the data from the image or from the video. Next, import numpy as np. Numpy is a library file used for numerical values accessing purpose, and for any calculation purpose also we use this, and it is represented with np. Next, argument parse. Next, imutils, time, dlib, CV2. These are the deep learning modules, you can just remember, OpenCV modules. Okay. Now what we are doing here? Yeah. So take this argument parse module. From there use this argument parser. It means whatever the detection we are getting, it has to be displayed, right? So first we have to take the parameters for that. So for that only I have taken this, and I stored that module in a small variable called AP. Here AP is just a variable. Okay. Now add the arguments. What are the arguments? It should be there. Proto text, next model, input, output, optional output. Okay. Next skip frames, confidence. So these are all the content, it should be there in the output window. Okay. I hope you are understanding, right? Next, till now we have just imported the different modules and we have taken the argument parameters. Next, initialize what are all the labels to be present in the input data. Okay. So I have taken the classes like background, aeroplane, bicycle. Okay. So birds, boat, bottle, bus, car, cat. These are all objects to be detected. So take that all. Person also is there. Okay. So take all these types of classes information and store in a variable called classes. Okay. So whatever the background of the video or aeroplanes or any bicycles, anything it is found in the image, it has to store in this variable. Now randomly select the data within the size. Okay. Next. Now what we'll do here, randomly we are taking and storing in a variable called colors. Okay. Now print load in the model. Now take the deep neural network. Now what we'll do, we take the parameters like proto text and model variables, model columns, and store in this variable. Now check with the condition. So here you can see video path was not supplied, grab a reference to the webcam. It means if the video cam is not started streaming, then here, yeah, inputs you have to take. Now print start the video streaming. After this it has to start streaming the video. So it will start and it will, whatever the captured streaming is there, it will store in this variable. Now time sleep means delay time. Okay. It will check the condition, else it will print the opening video file. It will either capture the live video or already stored video, already recorded video. That capture should be stored in this variable. Now initialize the video writer. So next, we have taken as width and height as none. By default it will consider. Next is central time. Whenever the video starts streaming, it has to capture the centroid of that particular image or video. Now take that into a variable. Next, trackers. Generally it is empty. Now add that objects. Whatever it is tracked, it has to be displayed here. Okay. Now total frames is 0 starting. Okay. Total down and up values also I have given. Sampling values also 0. Now start the data. Start streaming and store in a variable. Now check how many are being noticed or detected in the captured image or captured video. Okay. Yeah. So it will check the condition. So it will read the data into a variable. Next, input will be considered. Next, add the arguments from the input data. Break it. Now from IMUtils, you just resize the image, original data, and store in this variable. Now convert the color. Okay, BGR to RGB. Now, so I am reframing the data with another shape. Now output. Till now we have worked with input video. Now output has to be detected. So for that I am checking the condition. If argument outputs, whatever the columns I have checked, whether it is there or not, like that. Now video writer, whatever it has been considered the input image, it will take that. From that it has to detect. So write that and store in this variable. Now yes, status we have taken as waiting list. Okay. Now take the total frames, skip frames is equal to 0, status taken as detecting the data or detecting the people, detecting the objects like that. Trackers, it is empty starting. Okay, now apply the model to the frame or image or video and store in this variable. Now whatever it is been detected from the input video, it has to store in this variable. It will again check here within certain range. Okay, whatever it is detected from that, it has to only consider people only. Okay, so take the detections and store in this variable. If this confidence variable is greater than the confidence parameter, then what it has to do, it has to detect the values. Next, so the detected data has to be stored in a small box. Now what we are doing here, wait. Okay, so what we have done here, we have applied the whatever the detected information. For that I am applying the integer. Next, correlating the tracked data. It means giving the relation between every two attributes or parameters. Okay, now display that in rectangular. Okay, store in this variable tracked data. Now add these trackers. Whatever it is being tracked, it has to add. Now it will check another condition for tracker also, status given as tracking the objects or tracking the people like that. So update it with colored data. So position also we have considered. Next, position left, position top, right, bottom, all the positions we have stored in some variables. Now append to that rectangular box all this. Okay, xy, int xy and starting and ending values. Next, that rectangular, it's been added, right? Now what we are doing, we are checking again condition, output data. Okay, if the condition is satisfied, it will add the text and give me my output. Next, what here it is been given. Here we display the output something like by detecting that person with a horizontal line. Okay, that line data only we have given here. Next, objects to be updated. Now it will check each and every object. Now whatever the tracked objects are there, it will access that. Else it will check the directions, calculate the centroid and take the image or take that particular objects. Add that variables. Now it has to count. Okay, if not to counted, direction is less than 0 and centroid is less than horizontal, total will be added. Okay, it will be updating. Next, L if direction is greater than 0, centroid is greater than h by 2. So next, total will be appended, it will display. Trackable objects also it will be displaying what are all the objects are being tracked. Okay, next, add the text data. Now whatever the tracked image is there, tracked people, how many people it's been tracked, it will be represented with the text and circle that. Now information we have taken as up down status. Okay, this is the lengthiest code but it is easy only. Okay, so only I am not telling completely, I am explaining you the instructions, how to, what is the use of that particular instruction like that. Okay, fine. So I am show means it will read the data and display. Wait key means delay. Next, next what we are doing here, if the key is equal to order q, then break it. We have given the condition, that's it. Now add the frames. Now stop streaming the data and collapse that, it means stop it. Okay, whatever the data it is been captured, if writer is not none, it will release, it means it will quit. Okay, it means it will stop, that is what it is displayed. Okay, so destroy all windows at last. Now we will execute this code. We will share you this file, don't worry about that. We will share you in internship groups generally. Okay, so this file, just go to the location, select this path, copy this. Now go to Anaconda prompt, click on open. Please do remember this steps how to execute like that. So it has opened Anaconda prompt, right? Now type cd space whatever the path we have copied, right? You have to paste here. Click on enter. Now you have to give the file name. Why? Python space. What is the file name here? People counter .py extension. Correct? Huh? People underscore counter .py extension. Click on enter. Okay, generally here module errors are there. You can just install with pip install imutils like that. I have implemented this application. I got the output as well. I'll show you that videos. I hope it's audible to all, right? You just see it's counting after the line how many are there like that. It is counting the number of people, counting down to status tracking, how many are going up and down like that. It's calculating, right? So up is added 2 people. We'll check with one more output. I have one more video as well. Is it interesting? So can you see here status waiting, down how many, up how many like that. It's counting, right? So it's adding the count, people count. Where we can implement, where do you think that we can implement this application? We can implement this application in parking areas, in any company, in any organizations, industrial areas, okay, for security purpose or for capturing employees are entering on time or not, for that and all real-time applications only, okay. So I hope everyone understood this. Yeah, I also would like to tell something about the AI master class. One minute. Yeah, you already know, right, dear participants, we are going to start artificial intelligence masterclass, right? So I have already discussed what we are going to cover in the masterclass. It's going to be 30-day session. Starting from the basics Python, we will be learning everything, okay? Machine learning, deep learning, NLP, computer vision. For all these, we are going to learn application-oriented sessions, okay? So this and all agenda, which I have already discussed about it, okay? Don't worry about the attendance, dear participants. Everyone will receive it. Okay. So this is what are all the references that we have undergone to develop this application. I hope everyone enjoyed the session. As this is only application oriented, I am not consuming much of your time. Okay. So the next 2-3 days also the same thing. Much of your time won't be there. Only half an hour like that. We'll wind up with applications. Okay. Yeah, so you'll be receiving the attendance link by the end of the session. I think it's been posted in the comments. Okay, so last but not least, I would like to thank all the participants for making the session so interactive. Okay, and see you all tomorrow by 7 p.m. Have a delicious dinner and take care. Thank you all.